ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tech Showdown. My name is Kevin. This is my co-host Teddy, and today we're just going to have a bit of a chat about something I've noticed recently around sort of the tech community, but this goes for other communities as well, the sort of gaming community, and this just goes for most things people talk about these days, including politics as well as another big one that this hits on. So I titled this video, Don't Let Yourself Get Twisted, or Don't Let Yourself Be Twisted, and sort of, you know, in brackets it would be by everybody else or all the media and that. And this is basically because a lot of times, and we could definitely say it about things like the RX 480, people get so overhyped and there's this big sort of like circle jerk with it. There's this big overhyping. Everyone's just going crazy. And then when we actually get the finished product, a lot of times people are disappointed or people haven't been told the right information. And in this day and age, it's something I'm seeing more and more and more and more, and that people are just being led astray and being completely twisted by the community or by false information or by these companies especially. And AMD and NVIDIA are guilty of it, I would say probably evenly. But AMD was a little bit of a shocker with the RX 480. They really overhyped it, and AMD has done that consistently before. NVIDIA is guilty too, so I'm not just picking on AMD. But I just like to tell everyone, and it was before the RX 480 came out as well, I told people don't get too overhyped about it. Wait for benchmarks to come out, wait for independent reviews to come out. And a lot of people were like, oh, you're, a wet blanket, oh, here comes the fun police. And that's not the case at all. It's just about being smart, looking at multiple sources. This is a big thing now. I noticed that people will just read a headline and they'll be like, wow, it'll be like, say, RX 480 is going to be, beat so-and-so. And they'll be like, wow, that's so good. I'm so hyped for it. And they don't try to do any research. They don't try to learn about it. They don't try to look at different sources or anything like that. And it's just becoming a big problem these days. And that's what I basically want to tell you guys out there, what you should be doing when it comes to, before you buy a tech product, say like a GPU or anything, or a game, or when reading the news or reading about something to do with politics or something, some new policy or some new person or something like that, is just read around. Don't just go to one source, especially just a single bias source or something like that. Don't just take their word for it. Go and read around. Do your own research. Don't be lazy. Do your own research, and then you'll be able to form your own opinion about whatever the subject matter might be. It's just shocking these days to see people get led astray so easily. There's a lot of YouTube channels out there that are biased within the tech community. I can say that because a lot of times I will test a certain product, and I'll have a pretty sort of firm opinion on it. I'll ask other people around the industry what they thought of it. Their opinions usually line up with mine, and then I'll see another reviewer just say, something completely different. And then I can tell, something that's maybe not just a personal opinion, just completely different to mine, like polar opposites. And I think like, wow, that person, especially if I've done a negative review of it and they just give an absolute glowing positive one without any sort of cons, or maybe they shape the cons in a way that doesn't make them seem as bad. You can just tell that something's going on, they're biased, they're bought out, something like that. Game reviewers, as you guys know, there's a lot of controversy about it as well, have been guilty of that too, very shockingly. And that's what I just tell people to really do your own research, formulate your own opinions, and really search around first before, that's why I tell you guys to look at other reviews as well. Don't just take my word for it on certain products. Go look at other reviews, check out different things with other people. And that's a really big thing too, because YouTube, especially with the political side of it as well, it can be insanely biased. And I just usually want the facts. I just want something, whereas other channels, especially some big ones that I don't want to name because, I'm already considered such a black sheep within the tech community for some of my carry on. But they just spew such biased stuff, and I just think, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm actually listening to this. So yeah, that's basically what I was trying to hit at on this video, and I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from and why I felt the need to actually tell you guys this, because a lot of you guys out there, especially you younger guys, more of the older people that are sort of my age or older, I'm almost 26, will probably know better by now, although there's some shockers out there that still don't. But people that will just take one opinion for it and won't actually look at other things out there and confer with other news sources. For a political example, they'll just go to a site or a YouTube channel that is really heavily for US politics, that is Democratic Party biased towards, like really insanely, and I suppose now Hillary Clinton biased. And then they'll just take that opinion instead of, when people are debating a fact or debating a problem, you should look at both sides of it and try to find also independent ones that don't seem to have a bias either way, because it's a big problem nowadays. A lot of the media, mainstream media, is extremely biased. A lot of the YouTube channels as well are extremely biased, and it's just a big problem now. I just really want you guys to go out there and formulate your own opinions. Like I did, I've read so many different books, so many different things before I form my own opinions on different things. Like I've read 2 Che Guevara books, and I've also read Bill O'Reilly's Killing Reagan book, so that you have a very left-wing socialist sort of author in one and a more right-wing conservative author in the other, and I read both. So, the Che Guevara one was The Motorcycle Diaries, and also Memoirs of Cuban Revolution. So, yeah, like I'll bounce between them, and you'll learn a lot more instead of just being narrow-minded and just looking at one thing. So that's what I really encourage you guys to do. Now, I thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to Tech Showdown if you haven't already, and like the video. And as always, I'll see you guys next.